So now that we have Python configured in our system, let's put that to use by writing our first Python code, the hello world program. So let's jump to our system, and here is what we were doing earlier. And so I'll show you two ways of writing and running Python codes. So I'll basically show you two ways of writing Python code from an external file. And so the first way, this is not my favorite way of doing this, but this is sometimes very useful, and this because this comes built in with Python. If you have Python, you definitely have access to this, so that's why you should know about it. And it is called idle. So idle is, so you can just go to your Windows and type IDLE, idle as in lazy, and this will come up, idle Python whatever version you're using, and go here, and this little command line interface will pop up. So if you remember, when we typed Python in this in our command prompt here, a similar prompt appeared with 3 brackets. That's the exact same thing here. Basically, let me exit out of that one. And so basically you can do the same thing here. So if you can do some, if you want to do some maths, you can do that here. That will also work. But what you can also do is run, you can write a Python file. To do that, you will go to the file menu and choose new file, and that will open up this little text editor window here, and you can write your own Python code here, and then go file, save. So we'll save the file first and then write the code. So go to file, save, and I'll go to my desktop and then say hello world .py and save that. So now you can see right here that it says this is the hello world py file. So the hello world program is very simple. The hello world program just outputs the string hello world out of your program. So you ask the program to print out the text hello world, and the program basically does that. In every programming language, when you first starting to learn the language, it is customary to learn this programming language. Not so much as to not so much because the programming language is or the program is very difficult or very important. It is more so because if you can write and run this program, then you have started on the path, and your machine is properly configured to run whatever programming language in question. So that's what we will do right now. So in Python, this is extremely simple. That is why Python is a great beginner language, because you don't have to write any kind of import statement, any kind of other jargon that you have to write in other languages. You just say one line print, and this command or function right here asks the programming language to print or to output whatever you put in here to the console. So you say print, and then you open up a parenthesis, and then inside the parenthesis you open up quotation mark, and there you say hello world. That's it, you are done. So now just save this file and say, and go to run and choose run module. Notice the shortcut is F5, that is important. You can also hit F5, that will also works. Just say run module, and this, you can see that this was run, and this is the output. So we got hello world back from our program. So hello world successfully ran, and that is the hello world program. So we are basically done, but I want to show you another way of working, and that is using Visual Studio Code. So we install Visual Studio Code in the first part. So you can go to here and just type Visual Studio Code. That will work. What you can also do is go to the command line and just say code. That will also work. So Visual Studio Code opens up, and this is a very powerful text editor come IDE. So you can do a lot of nice development with this. You can write HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You can do full-blown web development. Visual Studio Code has support for many languages, if not every language out there. So start to use this and get comfortable with this. This is very good. So we will do the same thing that we did from idle, but using Visual Studio Code. So we will go to File, New File, and then we will save that file. So just save, and the same thing happens. And here we can say hello world.py, but we don't want to save over the other file. So we will say hello world code.py, let's say. Save that to the desktop, and what we will do here is the same thing. So we can say print open close parenthesis, inside that quotation mark, and inside that whatever we want to say, hello world from code, let's say. Save that. Just hit Ctrl S, or you can go to here, see the shortcut there, and then so now this file exists on the desktop. So if I go here, you can see that this is our hello world and this is our hello world code. And now now how do we run this? Inside idle we have this nice functionality that we can just go to run and say run module. That's why this is convenient. But if we use Visual Studio Code, then we have to run it separately from our terminal. It is actually possible to configure Visual Studio Code in such a way that it uses you can run it inside of here, but that's a direction that we will not take for now. That's a little bit advanced, so I'll not go there right now. So let's go over there. And so now here you can see that we are right now inside our home directory. So see your username, but our particular code file is in the desktop, as you can see here. So we have to navigate there. So the command for that is cd and desktop. So now you can see we are inside the desktop, and if we do dir, you can see a list of files, and there are our two files. And what we have to do now is just say Python followed by whatever file, whatever code you want to run. And if you want to autofill, what you do is you just type a few words and then hit tab, and that will autofill the text for you. So you can, if you hit tab again, it will go to the other one. So let's first run hello world code.py, and that just returns hello world from code. And if we run hello world.py, then it will just say hello world. So you can see that both of the programs are working as we intend to. And this is, by the way, how you can run any Python script, any Python script from your terminal. So if someone gives you a Python file, for instance, you can just put it wherever you want. Just go there with using your terminal and just run it like this. This method is universal. This will work no matter what. So that's how you write a Python file and execute it from the idle workspace and from the command prompt.